find ourselves back in the heat of the game, don't we?
Tired of reminiscing. Mishru, do you want us to find the killer or not?
Well, when you put it that way, it makes itself sound a bit more appealing. Where to start? I guess we'll go from the beginning. So, waking up this morning, I crawled out of bed with Val.
Mishru, to the point, go.
Fine. Touchy. Hey, I'm the one here who lost a valuable asset. I mean employee. Yeah, employee. If anyone here should be the mad one, it should be me.
Yet you're sitting here cool as a cucumber.
Touche. Anyways, I guess we'll start from the top. So, normal day at the Cat's Meow, right? Seemed normal at first, with Virus entertaining the carbon rabble along with the roses.
Elaborate.
What? Rude. First, you should know Viros. He's the jazzy lounge lizard who was first a street hit before I picked him up into the club. Then second, how do you not know the roses? The two tiefling girlies who are the main attraction to the joint? They kinda have a bit of a rivalry against each other, which, to be completely honest, has actually been a bit more profitable the more at each other's throats they are. Yeah, I know. As I was saying, then my muscle up front, my bouncer, Ragnar, walked in with the daughter of this old pal of mine. Calls herself Zelda. She's a stockbroker up on Brunnings and Cantor. The only thing is after Daddy passed, he left the family fortune to her. And I tell you what, with that fortune, she likes dumping it into my pockets here at the club, just as most do. Ragnar brought her in.
Ragnar. Who is this Ragnar character you keep mentioning?
Oh my gods. Again with the questions?
This is an interview.
Yeah. Remember that one fighter in the ring back in the day? Stormbringer, they used to call him for his brutal hits.
That Ragnar? I thought he retired.
More like left out to dry. That crook manager has shredded his contract. Not too soon later, he ended up with some marriage problems. Sent him to a prime spot out on the main drag. That's when I picked him up, though, and hired him as my bouncer. Back to the ring. Turns out he did pick up this new sheep by the name of Aldrich. Trained him up to go after his old manager and beat him at his own game.
Is that so? Who is he managing now?
His old manager's currently managing the champion of the ring, Helga the Hammer.
No shit.
Yeah, it's a tough goal to achieve, but I've seen the kid fight. Little beastie has an ace up his sleeve that just might win it for him. But back to it. Ragnar brought in Zelda for having a knife on her person, so he nicely asked her to let us hold on to it for a while she stays. She complies, he moves on, day continues. Speaking of that same kid I just mentioned, that Aldrich fella, he was the next one to walk through the door. All goofy and such. I tell you what, he may look like it, but he sure as hell ain't one of them flat tires you see walking around these parts. It didn't take long to get noticed, though, and some of the dancers went to go give him a welcome. It was a while after then when I believe Kane Solus walked in.
The wingball player? What's he doing at your club the day before a big game?
The environmentalist, musician, model, etc. The big G's, many more. For people like him, the list goes on. He was supposed to stop in for a private reservation with the Thorn Rose, so he waltzed on up and went directly to the upstairs balcony to wait. I didn't know any better. I think he's stuck on her. The swanky cake eater has himself carrying a torch, though. Getting out of introducing our cast, it came around time for shift changes. As usual, started with Ragnar locking down the joint and closing the doors. When our guests have all arrived and we need no more for the night. The Roses both went off to the changing rooms where Moore was supposed to change and spend the rest of the night however she pleased. Tarahisi, on the other hand, was supposed to go up to Kane's room and wait for him. Last I saw the both of them, they was walking down to the basement via the stairs in the back of the room. Yeah, sounds right. At this point, Zelda started walking into the hallway leading to the rental rooms, which was admittedly strange, since her previous stays never included a stay overnight. But who knows? Maybe she was feeling more comfortable with the joint. Ragnar was the next to follow up that way. Going to his own room, I'm assuming? I didn't see him the rest of the night, so that's what I can assume. Aldrich, from what I saw, was enjoying his time with the few dancers on break who were sitting with them before he was personally escorted to the rental rooms by the White Rose herself.
You mentioned a shift change. Does that mean Viros was being switched out as well?
Oh, I almost forgot. He doesn't like being replaced, but on occasion he takes place. And this night, though, was the first time I ever actually got a request from him to take the night off. He didn't go to the door, but instead headed off to the rentals as well, which was really strange. Especially for how conflicted he looked, even for a satyr.
And Kane? Where did he end up towards the end of the night?
Well, he was supposed to go to the reservation room. And that's what I originally assumed he did when he walked into the rental area.
But you said the body wasn't reported until the morning.
And I'm not denying that. I assumed he went there. He would. But he must have been sidetracked at some point, and either never made it up there, or did and turned around for whatever reason.
Quite the interesting case then.
Oh, quite so.
And you have an alibi?
Do you seriously take me for such a lousy host? Fine. If you're really that interested in my personal life, I have 3 waiting for you back at the Cat's Meow if you'd be so inclined to take me back.
Damn it! You can never take anything seriously, can you?
Well, when you're born and raised in the hells, the material plane seems like a dream.
You're lucky you're protected by the state for being a consultant.
Don't worry. You can always try again next time.
To talk with all by myself. No one to walk with, but I'm happy on the shelf. Ain't misbehaving,